Very beginning of any transition or change, we're going to naturally be resistant towards it. So the harder you make it for yourself by not being prepared and not having the right parameters in place to support the changes that you want, the easier it is going to be for you to revert back to those old habits. And it's going to feel like that was what you were supposed to do, because your brain is now going to feel safe again, because change feels unsafe in the very beginning. Once your brain is used to working and doing things a certain type of way, switching it up feels like danger. It triggers fight or flight. It triggers a nervous system reaction that you have to be prepared for, that you have to be aware of, and that you have to set parameters and boundaries and systems to support as you're beginning to add on the new habits and the new things and transition into the new person that you want to become. So I say all of this to say that your first step to making any changes in your life is the awareness that change needs to take place. And once you have the awareness of what change needs to take place, that is when you need to begin to plan and prepare to begin to implement those changes. And be realistic with yourself. If you know that cold turkey does not work for you, wean yourself off of whatever habit. Let's say you want to give up sugar. Instead of saying, all right, tomorrow, no more sugar, that's it. For some people, that extreme works. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but the likelihood of you being able to sustain that, it's a lower probability than if you were to have a plan and prepare yourself and wing yourself off of it. So instead of sugar 7 days a week, let's go 5. And then the next week we'll progress to 3, then 2, and then 1. And then from there, you have built up a system that supports the change that you want to make. You have allowed your brain and your body to adapt to that change over time, which eventually will allow you to sustain it over long periods of time. And it just feels a lot more manageable, and you're not stressing yourself out in the process, because change is stressful quite naturally, because anything you do that is switching from what you've been doing is going to create a little level of stress in the body. And the way our body responds to stress is to how do we eliminate it? And so quite naturally, if giving up sugar becomes a stressful process, your body's going to want to crave it more, because that is the thing that you turn to when you were in a stressful state. You feel me? So I'm sure we've all heard it. Slow changes, gradual steps lead to big impacts. But truly, this applies to all areas of our life, mentally, physically, and emotionally.